Hey guys, Luke back with another video. This one's going to be for all of the skill book locations in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. There is a ton of skill books in this game, and if you don't know what those do, skill books are the books you find around the world that raise your XP in the various categories like strength, agility, and all of these. And that will make your character stronger and make it easy for you to pass skill checks and stuff like that. And the only thing you really need to know is that the order is just kind of whatever I thought would be efficient. So we kind of do like a loop in both Troskowitz and Kuttenberg. And in the very end, I ended up missing about 5. So I will let you know which 5 those are towards the end of the video. And if you guys know where those are, please let me know, because that'd be helpful. And with that said, if you like it, leave it a like, consider subscribing, and also I now have a NordVPN affiliate link, so if you want to support the channel and get yourself a good VPN service, I've been using Nord for years, go into the description and click my link, nordvpn.com/LukeCanWin, and I'll get a kickback off that, and you can support me through there. And with that said, let's get started. There's about 10 or so recipes and skill books that you can pick up in the very first town here in Troskowitz. And to reach them, just head to right in the middle by the gallows where you first get off, right there. And then we're going to head into the Scribe's place, and that's where we'll get a solid chunk of them. I'm going to go ahead and close this because I'm going to be stealing. The first few are right here. Let's see if I can steal them without getting caught. There's the Buck's Blood recipe, the Skull Crushers 2, I think that's Strength. Master Studies 2 is something, Scholarship probably. There's one in here. Recipe for Digestive Potion. Over here is the sketch for a common longsword. And then we can head out. And then of course you can buy several books and recipes from him. Go to this way and up the stairs. You'll need to lockpick this door. It's an easy lockpick. And if you don't know how this works, just look for the yellow and then hold rotate and then sort of line it up with where it is. And then in here, you'll get your swords up by going to... It's in here somewhere. Right here. The Art of the Sword.
Hey, where'd it go?
Get out of there. And then head this way. We're going to grab the Artemisia recipe from over here. In the alchemy hut. Sitting right here. There's a couple more we can get. Head over here towards this barn. Unlock this door right here. Another easy lockpick. Open this. And the recipe for soap will be sitting right here. And now I'm going to wait until nighttime to steal the next one. Head this way. Towards this little building right here. There's going to be a guard that blocks the staircase to go down. And you can't really sneak past him in the daytime very well. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for nighttime. And now that it is nighttime, we're going to wait for that guy to go away so we can go down those stairs. Go ahead and drop. And this will be an easy lockpick like before, but I've already lockpicked this one. And then the book would be sitting in the hay right here, but I already picked it up in a previous video I recorded for you guys. But that's where a strength skill book would be, strength 2. And to get out of here, we're just going to sprint away from this guy.
What are you doing, prowling about?
And then why not, we'll show you one more. It's not exactly inside of the town, but it's just outside of it. And that's a speech skill book up over this way on that bench. Just follow the path.
Go!
I guess not follow the path, just go over the field here. There's a tree there, that's where we're headed. I know it's dark, you can't really see too well. And raining all of a sudden. But here's the tree, and this is where you'd find the skill book, right here. And this is level 2 speech. And then that should be all of them. I'll double check, make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, we got one more to show you guys in the graveyard I forgot about. So go down over towards the graveyard.
Quick!
Here we are. Head in here. And then go behind this place towards the outhouse back here. And then you'll find the final skill book of this video right here. And I believe this is Thievery 1. And there's all the skill books we picked up and some of the recipes. You can buy 10 skill books from the Scribe here in Troskowitz, and actually 8 of them cannot be found anywhere out in the world, but 2 of them can be, and I'll point out which ones they are. So head over to Troskowitz, the very first starting town, and then we're going right here to the Scribe, this building right here. Talk to this guy.
What do you need?
And the only 2 that you won't need to buy here is Life in the Saddle 1 and Most Faithful Friend 1. All the other ones can't be found anywhere else, so go ahead and pick those up if you have the money. You can get the first edition of the Woodsman's Journal by heading to Troskowitz, the very first town you start the game in. And this one's a little hard to do at first, but I'm going to try to show you how to get to it. And you will need a horse for this, so go steal a horse from the farm over there or go buy one. And come to this spot at the butcher. And you'll see these tables. And some people say they needed the tables to get up there, but I think you can just spam shift or whatever your jump button is. Like so. And you will get up into this window. And so will your horse. And that's the only way you can get up in here. You can't climb or anything any other way. You have to use a horse. So do that and then open this chest right here. And it'll have some stuff in it, a hunting crossbow, some bolts, and then the Woodsman's Journal that we were looking for.
Causing trouble and then hiding.
And that's how you do that. If you want the Aim and Fire 2 skill book, this is for Marksmanship 2. Head over to the Apollonia Fast Travel Point. This is to the right of Troskowitz. And then from here, we're going to make our way down to this marker. And that's where we'll find it. There he is.
God, quick!
Here we are. There's more stuff to loot over there if you want to. But this is where we're focused on. Right here. And I'll show on the map again. Just right here. Look for this little tent thing. And then open the sack right here. And there's a skill book. And some other stuff too. It's pretty nice. You can get the Craftsmanship 3 and the Scholarship 4 skill books by heading over to the eastern side of the map. To the east of Tachov, just straight over. Or above Troskowitz, this way. And we need to get to this marker. And you can enter from this side of the forest and just ride over. Or you can go around this way and ride up. Both ways work, but I'm going to come from this side.
Go.
There's a little barn there. That's how you know you're at the right spot. Once you reach this spot, you'll need to cross this wooden log here. And one more crossing, and then there's going to be an easy chest we need to lockpick. Right here. And if you're new to lockpicking, just line it up with the gold. If you can find it. I'm having trouble finding it. There it is. And then just sort of rotate it and then keep that same spot all the way around. And then it'll have various items, but the ones we're looking for are right here. This is Craftsmanship 3, and this one right here is Scholarship 4. You can get Brunswick's Dagger and Gauntlets, as well as a Strength 2 skill book and a Scholarship skill book by heading to the north above Troskowitz and Tachov, up this way. And once you ride up this way, you'll look for this little clearing in the forest right here. You can see it's open there. That's where we're going to head in.
Pass through the Hall of Forest Kings, hidden deep from Hunter's Gaze. That could be
And we're going to get off the horse right here.
2 sandstone guards.
We're going to go
Just
left
like in
here for the
Gable's Run.
Strength skill book. So go up this way. Hidden back here is going to be like some makeshift gem equipment. There's the Strength skill book. And then we're going to turn back around and go back towards our horse. And then head this way. And we need to go on the other
Mighty
side of this rock.
Between the sandstone guards. That fits.
And you'll also need a
What does
spade as well.
Gible's
Make sure you
Heart
bring a
of
spade
Gold
with
mean?
you. And right here, go ahead and push this aside. And you'll start digging. Open that up, and there's Brunswick's Dagger, Brunswick's Gauntlets, and the Scholarship book we're looking for. You can find the skill book for Survival 2 by heading over to Tachov. This is just to the north of Troskowitz, up this way. And then once you're at this town, we just need to make our way over to this little forest, and there's going to be a chest that we can lockpick in there. And that's how we'll get it. So just head into the woods. And eventually you'll come across this spot right here, somewhere in here. Go ahead and lockpick. If you don't know how this works, just look for the gold right there, and then match that spot all the way around the whole thing while rotating. Like so. And then in here you'll get gloves, various other things, and then the item that we're looking for specifically, the skill book. That's how you get that one. You can get the Strength of the Night 1 skill book pretty easily by heading over to Takov, just over here to the north of Troskowitz. And all you need to do to get this one is to go to this building right here, the blacksmith's area. It's right here. And go inside and then climb up this ladder. And you'll need to be able to lockpick a medium chest for this one. And you can see it right here, along with knight's horseshoes and then some other stuff. You can get the golden doppelganger badge to use during dice, as well as the first edition of the marksmanship skill book, and a bow as well by heading to Troskowitz. And this is the first town that you end up in. And then from here, we're just going to go up the road, up the main road right here, to this little bush area. Let's go ahead and set your marker.
Go! Ka! Ka! Go! Go!
Oh, gods. Wonder what their names were.
Here we are. Just head inside of here. And to get the book and the bow, they're sitting right here. The book's inside of this sack, as well as some brew and other stuff. Here's the bow, the Dogwood Village bow. Here's another free potion. And then the golden doppelganger badge is up in this nest up here. So just aim up, shoot it down, and then examine it, and then that's how you get that, and we'll see what it does. Using this badge will double the point value of your last throw, and you can use that 3 times. You can get the level 1 skill book for unarmed combat by heading over to Zeliov Wagoner's Inn. This is to the west of Troskowitz, the starting town. Just head over this way. And then from there, we're just going to go up into this building, usually where the unarmed combat takes place. And there's a medium lock chest in there you'll have to lock pick. So head over this way. Here's the chest, just sitting right here. Go ahead and lockpick it. And if you don't know how to lockpick, just look for the yellow area once it's lit up and just sort of rotate it and try to maintain that spot all the way around. Like so. And it comes with hand wraps and some other stuff as well. And then there's the skill book. You can get 2 skill books for companionship, levels 1 and 2, as well as a rare dice that always rolls a 3 by heading over to Zeliov, to the west of Troskowitz, the first little town you come across. And then once you're here, we just need to make our way down into the forest. There's going to be a small bandit camp with just 1 bandit, and that's where we'll get the stuff.
Quick!
He's relatively armed, so if you're a fresh character, you might have a little trouble with this guy. I'll show you again on the map where this is, just right here. Here's his camp. And I'm going to go ahead and take him out.
Nice try, you whore son! Blood!
Alright, his dog's over there, so I'm going to take that out real quick as well, so don't attack me. And the first skill book is right here. And then we'll loot the bandit for his keys and the dice. So here's his keys, and there's that rare dice that always rolls a 3. He also has some nice other armor pieces you can pick up here. And then you can unlock the chest now with that key, and that will give you this one right here, which is the 2nd level, as well as some various other valuables. You can get Most Faithful Friend 3 by heading over to the west side of the map, all the way over here. Just head on over, and head on into the forest, into this rocky ravine area. Can't really miss it. There's going to be 2 bandits down there, but we don't actually have to interact with them. And head to the western side of this ravine. The only thing you'll need to be able to do is lockpick an easy chest across this right here. And you'll see it right here. half buried in a pile of leaves. It also comes with a crossbow, some bolts, and some pelts. There are 3 skill books that you can pick up in the nomad camp. And once you head over here to the nomad camp, over this way, we're just going to make our way up and grab the 3 skill books. 2 of them are in the back of a wagon, and the other one's hidden pretty well. So head this way. The first one is going to be to the right near the bath area, right here. This is Life in the Saddle 2, that's horsemanship. The next one's going to be over this way. In the back of this wagon. This is the Roll of St. Dismas I. I think that's speech. Thievery. And then we can go over to the fence, over this way. But we're not going to talk to them, we're just going to go around them. And look for a log. Here it is. Drop down here, and you can get a free hunting sword, as well as the Art of the Sword 1. And that is obviously swordsmanship. You can get the skill book Life in the Saddle 1 for horsemanship, as well as the sketch for the falchion down here at Samine. And this is to the south of Troskowitz, southwest, this way. And then once you're here, just head in through the front door and then make your way back to the stables. Back here. And we do need to steal, so I came at nighttime. Up here. And the skill book is just sitting right here. And the falchion sketch will be in this medium chest right here. Let's go ahead and lockpick it. As you can see right there, and you also get some Frankfurt steel, which is pretty rare, and then some other stuff. And that's how you get that one. You can get the level 1 versions of both the Thievery and Stealth skill books, as well as a saddle called the Dragon Saddle, by heading down here to Nebukov Mill. And it's easy to get here, you just go to Troskowitz and go south, straight down the road. And then once you're here, you need to come to this building for one of them, and then this building for the other.
I'm as hungry as a
Head up
wolf.
into here. And you could probably do it better at nighttime since it is a steal. But here's the first book right here in the hay, the Roll of St. Dismas. And then jump out of here, and then we need to go into that building over there. And go upstairs. And you can get the key for the chest that has the other book in it from the hired hand Kuba. I just knocked him out and robbed him. Took the key and then open the chest here. There's the saddle and the other skill book. And there's also a little hidden loot spot right here in this chest. And this has a couple nice things in it. As Quiet as a Cat 2 is obtained by doing a side quest called Forbidden Fruit over here in Lower Samine Mill, down to the southwest. So come down over here and then do Miller Krazel's quest line. He's the main guy of this area, Lower Samine Mill. And at the end of Forbidden Fruit, once you finish the quest, they will give you the skill book as a reward. And if you forget to do it here and you're already in Kuttenberg or something, I have another spot in Kuttenberg for this one. Once you've gained access to the Trotsky Castle by progressing the story, this castle right here, above Troskowitz, you can then get the Cat 3 skill book. And to get that, just head to here, and we're going to go up into the Scribe's place. So let's go up in there.
Good to see you.
Here's the blacksmith area. That's how you know you're in the right spot. Then we need to go up these stairs. Keep going up. Open this door. This is the scribe's room. and then open this one, and this is like a storage area. And in the way back, you'll see a chest, and then you can lockpick this, which would be a hard lock. Or you can steal the key from the scribe himself, which he just hangs out in that room usually. That's what I did to open this. But once you do that, you'll see it right here, As Quiet as a Cat 3, and this is a stealth skill book. And then also a nobleman's hat. There was another item in here, but I looted it, and I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't that good. If you want the first edition of the Skull Crusher's skill book, you'll have to be on the main story quest called For Victory, and this is the only way you can get this skill book, so ensure that you remembered when you get this quest. And this quest takes place inside of Troskowitz Castle. And basically all you need to do to get the skill book is just have the quest and then head to Florian's room, which is up inside of the castle up here. So we're going to head up there. And it'll be inside of an easy chest, so you should be able to lockpick it.
Be careful.
And I didn't see this skill book anywhere else while I was playing, so I'm pretty sure this is the only place you can get it. You might be able to buy it somewhere, but I've never seen it out anywhere else in the world. Keep going up. And we're at the very, very top. I suppose you'd need to be able to do a hard lock to get into this door. But you might be able to find a key somewhere. And here's the chest. And it has inside of it a lore book, as well as Skull Crusher's 1, and then a couple letters. To get Life in the Saddle 3, you'll need to have reached Kuttenberg, so progress your story until you've unlocked the second map area. And then we need to make our way back over to this cart right here, the Troskowitz cart. This cart takes you back to Troskowitz. And then we'll find the skill book inside of a building.
Quick! Go!
And the building we're looking for is, I believe, this one right here.
Whoa! Whoa!
And this will be a steal, so be ready to steal. Because there are people inside of here. And a couple guys watching me right now. Here's the book. And then a really thick book, but you can't loot that one. If you want the Spearman Training III skill book, head over to this place, the first city that you get when you go in the Kuttenberg. And then we're going to head over to this marker, and then we'll find it on a body next to a boar. So head over this way.
Go! Go! Ka! Ka!
Go ahead and head into the woods. And there's the body. Or one of the bodies. We'll see what's on this one. Nothing much. And then the book we're looking for will be right here. And also some groschen. And this thing's worth a couple hundred. And then there's a spear sticking out. Looks like a bill hook. A couple of them, if you need one. There's a skill book that you can only get during a side quest in Kuttenberg. So if you don't have Kuttenberg unlocked yet, just progress your main story, and that's how you unlock that. And then head down to Wysoka, down this way. And to do this quest, you need to go to this area right here and find a guy named Tired Hand Pavel. You can recognize him by him wearing gray. Nobody else wears this gray. And he usually hangs out back here. If not, he walks around the town.
Hold on.
Alright, now after all of that, we can finally go grab the skill book. And that one is over in this house right here. Father Anthony's house, so head over that way. And I'll let you do the rest of the quest, but I'm just going to grab the skill book and then move on. This guy has a couple dogs. There's one that hangs out in the front yard, and looks like he's in the front yard right now. And then one that hangs out in the back. Go ahead and get in here. He should have gave you a key. And then you'll find the skill book just sitting right here. And this book would not be here unless you got that quest earlier. And then, of course, you could just go sit somewhere and then read it and then turn it in if you want to do it that way. You can get the Art of the Sword IV, as well as Herb Paris, a rare herb for poisons, and Lepiota over here in Kuttenberg. If you don't have Kuttenberg yet, progress your main story, and that'll bring you to this region. And then head on down to Wysoka, down this way. And we are headed over to this marker in the middle of the woods over that way. And that's where we'll find it.
Quick! Ka! Ka! Quick!
Go ahead and ride over into the woods.
Go! Ka!
There it is. Just look for like tents and stuff and like logs on their side. Here's the spot if you want the skill book. Sitting right here inside this sack. And if you want Herb Paris, it's these blueberry looking bulbs right here all around this area. And you can use these to make poisons. And then over here is Lepiota. And all around, just look for those caps. You can get the level 3 skill book for alchemy and the level 3 skill book for survival as well. And also the Buck's Blood recipe if you don't have that yet somehow. By heading to Kuttenberg, so you will need to progress your story to the point where you have access to this region. And then once you have this region, go to Wysoka, or this place down here, Old Loda. And then head up to this marker. And we're going to the bottom building, and then upstairs in a very hard lock chest is where we'll find the items. So go ahead and head over there.
Quick!
It's just right over this hill. Over there.
Go! Go!
Here's the building. Head upstairs, and the chest is right here. And here's all the items. And you get 3 savior snaps too. You can get a ton of loot here in this area in Kuttenberg. And there's the Alchemy Book 4 and the Scattershot lead recipe and some other stuff here that's really nice. So head over to this spot. And this is the Old Loda fast travel point. This is just to the south of this place. This is the first town you enter when you go into Kuttenberg. And then you can just go down this way and down over to here. And then once you're all the way south, all the way down here, go to Rabstein Mill. And it's just right above this like triangular shape here. And once you're here, you'll have to fight a bunch of bandits, and they're all well armed and armored. So be ready for a tough fight. It took me a few tries to fully clear this place. So I'm going to go ahead and clear it. And then I'll show you all the loot after. And skip all the fighting, because it's a lot of fighting. Now that the bandits are all dead, we can go ahead and loot. Here's the first one. And each bandit has a pretty good set of armor on them, so if your armor's not too good, it'd be a good idea to pick up some of this. Here's a captain's mace, knight shield, some armor, good stuff. And the 2 horses that are in the camp have bad stats, so you won't get much use out of them. But make sure you check the alchemist, because he's got some nice stuff on him. 92 groschen. This guy has a badge, if I remember correctly. Yep, a badge, and also leg plates I've never seen before. And then there's a chest inside of there, but it doesn't have much in it. And there's also a chest here, and it shouldn't have much in it either, but I'll go ahead and check. Yeah, not much, just a couple things here. And then we can go inside and get the alchemy book we were looking for in the recipe by opening this medium chest. Here's a bunch of strong potions, 13 of these, that's really nice. And strong bane potion, 11 of them. Dollmaker, lullaby. And then the skill book, level 4 we were looking for, as well as the bane poison recipe if you don't have this one yet. And 383 groschen. And then there is a strong savior snaps right here. And a strange potion, which I don't really know what that does just yet. And I think that's everything of interest. There's an alchemy bench if you need to do some crafting. And then there's just some miscellaneous stuff there. Then you can climb this ladder. And then go ahead and open this very hard chest if you can. Some lead ball, some scatter shot, and the recipe for scatter shot gunpowder, as well as a ton of nice alchemy ingredients that are pretty rare. These ones are pretty expensive. And 89 groschen. And that should be everything that you can get in this camp that's valuable. The Master Studies III skill book can only be obtained during one of the quest missions. And it's one of the main quests, taking French leave. You have to go rescue Hans and Malashov through a secret tunnel and stuff like that. But once you're in this area during this main quest mission in Kuttenberg, look for the big main building in the center. This big building right here. And I'll zoom in again. I'm not sure if you can see too well. Just this one right here. And you can go up these stairs into here. And then go into this room. And right ahead, sitting right here, will be Master Studies III. And again, this is the only place you can find the skill book. So make sure you look out for it whenever you enter this main quest mission. And this is in the Kuttenberg region, of course, so it's later game. So make sure you look out for it. If you want the Agility 4 skill book or a couple lore books, head over to Sigismund's camp. And this is in Kuttenberg, so you will need to progress your story until the point you have this region unlocked. And then once you've done that, just go up here to Sigismund's camp. And then make your way down the road this way into the camp and then over to the field infirmary, and that's where we'll get it. Just know that you will be stopped by the guards when you try to enter this place, and they'll try to make you pay them. So I'm just going to do that.
Go.
This late in the game, I have more money than I have to spend, so
Quick!
that's fine with me. Maybe you can
Oi,
sneak in
you!
here without paying.
Come here. Where do you think you're?
Into the...
Oh, look here.
What I'd like to...
Oh,
I'm just gonna pay the 500. And then another guy stops you once you get slightly in, if he sees you. But he didn't see me, so...
Christ!
Alright, now head on
Nice
through.
and slow.
Back to the field infirmary. And here it is. There's a book there you can read. And then a bunch of potions just laying around. But what we really need is that chest right there. Let's go into sneak mode. Make sure nobody can see you. Open it up and you can see it's full of lore books and also the skill book we were looking for. To get the Life in the Tavern III skill book for drinking, head over to Kutenberg and then make your way over to Sigismund's camp. If you don't know how to reach Kutenberg, just progress your main story and that'll bring you here. And then from this fast travel point, we're riding down into this camp. You will need to pay 500 groschen at the door to get in. And then we're going down over here. And then it'll be even trickier to get in here, and I'll explain when we get there.
Quick!
So you'll pay that guy $500 to get in, or 500 groschen. And then we're
Nice and
going
slow.
back to the sort
hey,
of
it's you.
closed off
Fella from
area.
Never.
If this
I
guy
don't believe
stops
it.
you, just tell
Well,
him
come here
to...
before I call the guard.
Tell me.
I'll show you what to
You
say.
what? How's it possible? Did you hear? What the hell? Everything.
Do this one.
All right. Have you been? You've got. I can't.
And then,
What am I supposed? If I was. No.
yeah. You just get rid of that guy. And now we're going over to the main tent area. Over there. And for you, you'll probably just want to lure these guards away, wait till nighttime, and throw rocks and stuff, and then sneak in. But I'm just going to run in.
What are you doing? Hey, you're not allowed here.
If I can get past this guy, I'm going to run in and grab it and show you where it is.
I've had enough.
It's in this tent right here, the first one. And it's in this chest. But they won't let me loot the chest, so I'm going to have to kill them. And this chest is the one with the book in it. Let's go ahead and lockpick this. And there's the book. And also comes with a badge. And some alcohol. And there's some other stuff you can get in this area. There's a chest here. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Some decent stuff. A lot of arrows if you need them. Some armor. Nothing crazy. You can get the level 4 skill book for pole arms by heading to Kutenberg. And if you don't know how to do that, just progress your story mode and eventually you will reach this region. And then once you do, from the first town you end up in, just head north up to here. And keep going north, follow the river until you reach this little area with some bandits. Actually, they're mercenaries. And there's about 4 of them here. And we're just going to go ahead and take them out and then loot the book that's inside of this ruined building right here. This guy had a heavy mace. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. Maybe I have. But I don't really recall it too well.
Come to take us out. Ah!
Yep. That's exactly what I came to do. Let's do that. There's a couple more. I think one's sleeping. Yeah. And there's another one around this corner. Alright, now I'll go ahead and loot those guys and see what they have. And then I'll show you where the skill book is. They have just some regular old armor. Typical stuff. There's a guy in here you can... Oh, he's alive.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I thought he was dead.
Alert! Fuck this! Ah! Attack! Come and help us!
I don't think he had anything crazy. He had a dice on him. Alright. I don't think I looted this guy. Nothing crazy. Has a badge. And then go ahead and get up on top of here. Or on top of this stone right here. Whichever one you want to get up on. And then jump over there. And then drop down into here. And then you'll need to be able to lockpick this hard chest. And that's where we'll get the skill book. And it also comes with this, which is kind of valuable. And then also 200 groschen. If you want the level 4 skill book for companionship, head over to this place. It's in Kuttenberg, so not in Troskowitz. You'll need to progress your story to Kuttenberg. And then once you have the map unlocked for Kuttenberg, just head up to this city. This is the starting city you first reach when you get to the Kuttenberg region. So then you can just go up this way. And then once you're up here, we need to make our way from this little town over to this spot right here, the wolf hunting spot. And then we'll find the skill book over that way. There will probably be wolves there, like I'd imagine, so make sure you're ready to fight that. I don't see any wolves just yet, but we are here. And we're looking for a pile of bones. Right here. And there's the skill book, Most Faithful Friend 4. And I'm actually surprised that there aren't wolves here. Oh, there are wolves here. Just one. Thanks for watching. If you want the Marksmanship 3 skill book, Aim and Fire 3, as well as some other valuables, you'll first need to progress your story to where you have the Kuttenberg region unlocked. This is not in Troskowitz, this is Kuttenberg. And then make your way up to the Devil's Den, which you do get brought here during the main story. So once you are up here, get off your horse and head inside. And then make your way back the hall this way. Once you reach this spot, go left and then downstairs. And there is some stuff here that you could loot if you wanted to, but I'm not too interested in that. Go ahead and lockpick this easy door, and then you'll need to lockpick a very hard chest inside of here for the skill book. And there's some other stuff that you can get in here besides the chest, and I'll show it to you real quick. First couple things you can get is this brigandine and this bassinet here. There's a few copper plates that are worth 45 each in here, and then that's pretty much it for lootables, unless you care about these like clothes right here and a tailor's kit. And then there's the chest that we were talking about. Go ahead and lockpick it. And then there's a pretty good amount of good stuff in here. These enhanced wounding arrows, an old field crossbow, 3 pretty valuable jewelry, the skill book we're looking for, and 200 groschen. You can get the Master's Handgun, 1,240 groschen, straight out of a chest. The Life in the Saddle 4 skill book, as well as a saddle and some various other things from these guys. And this will be in Kuttenberg, not Troskowitz, so you'll need to progress your story till you have the Kuttenberg region unlocked. And then once you have it, head over to in between these two cities right here. This is just to nearby Kuttenberg, just over this way. And head over to this enemy camp, and that's where we'll get all the goodies. But before we stop there, I want to stop over here at this building, because there's a weapon in there you can loot.
Go!
Over here, the second one. It'll be just sitting right here, the cumin shashka. And now we can go ahead and go over to that camp. And be ready to fight when you head over here, because there's some guys over here, like 4 of them.
Go!
Should be another guy. There he is. There's one over there. Oh, that's a horse. 2 more over this way, probably. There's one.
We're under attack!
Somehow he survived a point-blank crossbow shot to the face.
Oh, I knew it was spoiled. Oh, I feel awful.
Guess he doesn't see me.
Fuck you!
Okay, this one's tough. Took 4 shots to kill. So look out for this guy. And he has some nice armor on him, so you could take it if you wanted. But here's the keys. You should grab this, because we'll need that. If you loot the bandits, a couple of them have dice, if you like dice. And there's a bandit over there, looks like just running around, doesn't know what's happening. Here's the chest with the master handgun, the couple of valuable jewels. That saddle I was talking about, the 2,300 value one. Life in the Saddle 4. And the 1,240 groschen. This is the most groschen I've seen out of any chest in the game. And the other chest is over here, and this one has a sketch in it, or a recipe. The sketch for the shell hunting sword. If you want the level 4 skill book for crafting, the dueling longsword sketch, or the marksman's hook gun, and also some crafting materials for both blacksmithing and alchemy, head to Kuttenberg, so you'll first need to progress your story to where you have Kuttenberg unlocked. And then go to the big city, and then just outside of it to the north, there's Old Kutna. And then from here, just go up the road a little bit over to this spot, and I'll show you where all the loot is here. It's like a rundown church area, and there's some other buildings. The first bit of loot is a little hidden charcoal bag right here. 50 charcoal if you need it. The next bit of loot is over this way. More hidden charcoal, 50 of it. And pick up this key right here, the old key. And then you can also get bag of nails and some other crafting materials here. And now that we have this, we can head over this way. And there will be a guy inside of this building. And you'll need to lockpick this door. It's only medium though.
How did you find it? It doesn't matter. You're not leaving this place alive.
Oh.
Oh, my stomach. I'm must have food poisoning.
Oh, the dogs. Forgot about the dogs. There's 2 dogs here, by the way. I don't know where the other one's at. He doesn't have much on him, but the good stuff is inside of here. And also over there in a building, but I'll show you that too. So the first bit of good loot is right here. Go ahead and open this. And that's where you'll get the skill book along with all the crafting materials and some kits. And open this hard to pick chest. And that's where you get the marksman's hook gun, a war hammer, some scatter shot, some of this stuff, some schnapps, and the dueling longsword sketch along with 362 groschen. And now we can make our way over this way. I'm too over encumbered to sprint, so it's going to take me a second. It might be over there that I'm thinking about. Yeah, it is. Go over here. And the old key you picked up over there opens this chest. And it has some crafting materials, lockpicks, and bag of nails. You can get the level 3 speech skill book as well as other miscellaneous items by heading to this location. And this is in Kuttenberg, so progress your story until you have this region unlocked. And then once you do, head over to the actual city Kuttenberg or this fast travel point. And we're headed down to this spot right here where there's a hidden ladder. And you can tell it's the right spot by this little pond right here. So head here.
Go! God!
And I'm just going to follow the wall here.
Go! God! Go!
Once you reach the little river that dips down in, that's how you know you're at the right spot. Right here. And if you look to the left over this way, there's a hidden ladder and also
It seems like someone's been
a
sneaking
chest
in
right
and out
here.
from
Go
the
ahead and loot
monastery.
this. And you'll get a key from this chest, and that'll give us access to the place that has the skill book. And the map will also tell you where it is. And where we need to go is just right over here to the love nest.
Go!
Right here. I think you can just hop over this. Yep. And you can also just lockpick this if you don't want to get the key, but the key is back over there. And here's the skill book. And this room also has just some like miscellaneous food, and there's a perfume there, some apples, and some other food and stuff, nothing else too crazy. You can get the level 4 skill book for strength as well as 300 groschen and some valuables by heading over to Kuttenberg. And if you don't have this area unlocked yet, just keep going through your story mode and eventually you will have this. And once you have Kuttenberg unlocked, you can head down to the bottom right fast travel point of Kuttenberg. And we're going out the bridge and then over to the sunken chest right here.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Go! Go!
And you can just walk right over this water, don't even worry about it. Stop here at this tree. And go ahead and knock the nest out of the tree because there's a key in it that you'll need. And you can just throw a rock at it. Just aim up to the left. There it is. And you can open the chest right here. And that's where you'll find the skill book, as well as the groschen and the valuables. You can get 2 marksmanship skill books, along with 500 free groschen, by heading to Kuttenberg. And if you don't have this area unlocked yet, just progress your main story mode, and that'll bring you here. And then once you're in Kuttenberg, go to the main gate and head out. Go around this way, and then we're going down this road right here, and that'll take us over to the sharpshooter duel. And at that sharpshooter duel is where we'll find the stuff.
Go! God! Quick!
It's right over here. As you can see, neither of them survived. They also have a crossbow and a hazel bow, I believe it was, over there. But it's the just regular hunting crossbow, so it's not that strong. And then they have some random loot, as well as the book I was talking about. There's one of the skill books. You can get the 500 groschen by grabbing the key right here. Opening this chest up. And then over here, he had that bow I was talking about, the hazel longbow. And then also the other skill book. You can get the Woodsman's Journal 4. This is the level 4 skill book for survival, by heading to Kuttenberg. And if you don't have Kuttenberg unlocked yet, just continue your main story and eventually you'll be brought here. And once you get to Kuttenberg, just head to the very first fast travel point in the city on the western side of it. And then we're going to head down over this way to this marker. And then that's where we'll get the skill book.
God!
And you can just follow this path right here.
Go!
All the way there. And there's the building that we needed to get to. And you can also get inside of it from down there. But I wanted to show the top part because there's a bow up here. Village hazel bow. And then just drop down. And here's the skill book. You can get the Rule of St. Dismas III along with some other valuables pretty easily by heading over to Kuttenberg. If you don't have Kuttenberg yet, just continue your main story and that'll unlock it. Head to the big main city, and on the western side of the city where you first enter, just right outside the gate, there's going to be a little shack and a chest.
We need to talk.
And you'll need to be able to lockpick a hard lock for this one. And it comes with some other stuff. This is a rank 3 of the second strongest polearm, if you need it. And a very valuable saddle. And the book that we were looking for. I'll show it to you because I accidentally picked it up. And there it is. You can get the Rule of St. Dismas II, as well as Life in the Saddle 2, by heading over to Kuttenberg. And they're both pretty nearby each other. If you don't have Kuttenberg yet, just continue your main story and that'll bring you here. You can go to the big main city, Kuttenberg. And then we're going down over to this spot. So just go by the fountain and then we'll go down in that way. There's the fountain.
So I went to see my brother.
And?
To talk about the inheritance.
So look for the green sign. And then go inside of here. And then we're going to climb over this little fence right here. Go up this ladder.
You better go before people.
Climb back in here and then open this medium chest. And there's St. Dismas. That's thievery. You also get 5 lockpicks and a hood. And now we're going to turn around and go back. Jump. Didn't make it. Climb the ladder.
I could go for something to eat now.
Now we're going over here and we're going to climb up this. And then the other skill book will just be laying right here. Life in the Saddle 2. And that's for horsemanship. You can get the second edition of Life in the Tavern over here in Kuttenberg. This is the drinking skill book. If you don't have Kuttenberg yet, just continue your main story and then you will get this region unlocked. And then we're going down over to the tavern over here, Black Horse Tavern. And that's where we'll get it.
Walking and get on with
Oh,
it.
what?
Are you gonna start blubbering again?
And we need to go into the second floor. And it is trespassing, so be careful. And go into this door. I think there's somebody in here sleeping. Try not to wake him up. Oh,
What was that sound? Hey!
I'm just going to show you where it is.
Around here without permission. All right, there's going to be trouble. Give up now, or I'll call the guards. Do you want to get the guards involved?
Here it is.
Your way.
You also get some lockpicks, a couple dice, the Gold Warlord's badge. That's pretty cool.
That villain's disappeared.
And some other badges too. That's about it. And you could probably sneak in here better than I did. I guess I could show you what's in this chest. If they don't hit me.
Where have you been? Don't you know what happened? Help!
Nothing too crazy, a couple hundred groschen. You can get a ton of good stuff over here at the Sword Fighters Guild. You can steal their Guild Longsword, you can get the Agility 4 skill book, the Sword 3 skill book, a golden crucifix worth a lot, and also like 800 groschen out of a chest. So if you want to get that stuff, head over to Kuttenberg. If you don't have this region unlocked yet, just progress your main story and then you will get this place. And then head to the main city. And then we're going to this building. Right here, the 4th one. And this one is the guild hall for sword fighting. And I'm going to go ahead and make it nighttime so I can sneak in and start stealing. And I like to do one more for good measure sometimes, just so people start going to bed. Sometimes they glitch out and they don't move while their time is moving. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and break in. Okay. We need to immediately make our way to the next floor. Most of the valuable stuff is upstairs. Just go ahead and enter here. Actually, I think this is a cooking closet. Never mind. Not this one. The first thing we can get is a skill book in this medium chest under the window. There's the Art of the Sword 3, along with some miscellaneous stuff here. Enter this room. And in here you can steal the guild longsword from right here. Worth about 1,600. Looks kind of cool. And then open this door. And there's a guy sleeping in here, so be careful. But you should be able to steal a key from him. And then use that key to open this chest. And that's where you'll find the Agility 4 skill book, along with the 125 groschen. And then over here is just some other random stuff, I think. Yeah, just some miscellaneous items. And then go ahead and open this door. And in this chest, you'll get the 850 groschen. The golden crucifix worth 1430. And in here is just some random stuff. That's pretty valuable. And I don't think there's anything else that you need to worry about. I think that's pretty much everything. You can get the level 3 skill book for unarmed called Punches, Kicks, and a Few Slaps 3 by heading over to Kuttenberg. And if you don't have this region unlocked yet, just progress your main story. Then head all the way to the right to the big city, Kuttenberg. And we're going up to the top floor of the bathhouse. And it is trespassing and stealing to take this one, so be ready to do that. And I'm probably actually just going to go straight up in there and grab it and show you where it is without caring about stealth, because it's kind of hard to stealth in this place. It's kind of packed 24/7 with people, even at nighttime. So I'm just going to go show you where it is. And I'm pretty sure the guy that owns this place just hangs out in this room where it is. I'll show you. This room at the top of the stairs. The bathhouse guy's going to be in here.
There's nothing here for you.
You'd better pay me compensation, you blackguard.
All right.
And then you can get the skill book right here. You can get Towards the Flexibility of the Body 2, Aim and Fire 2, a golden chalice, a golden crucifix, and some lore books, all by heading to Kuttenberg. And you will need to first progress your main story until the point where you're on this quest right here. Going into this quest and doing it allows you to enter this building right here. Normally, if you don't have the quest and you come to Kuttenberg, this door will be locked and you can't get in. So go ahead and continue your main quest until you have this one, and now you can go ahead and loot this stuff. So go ahead and go inside up the stairs. Open this door. And I'm going to shut it because we need to steal. And this very hard lock chest inside the room with the spinning wheel. That's where you'll find the Towards the Flexibility of the Body book. Right here, and a lore book. And then go ahead and open this door. And in this room, you'll find the golden crucifix with real high value. And then the cup right here, also valuable. And there's some miscellaneous stuff, and also some miscellaneous stuff in there. Like low value stuff. And then you can find the Aim and Fire 2 book right here. A lore book, and then a whole bunch of lore books inside of this. And that's most of the loot I found in here. You can get the Roll of St. Dismas IV on the main mission called Orators. This right here. And you're going into an underground passage following a guy named Samuel. You'll be heading through and you'll find a room full of coffins, and Samuel will mention this right here. And it is locked, so you will have to lockpick it. I think it's a hard or very hard lock. But if you do, you'll find the skill book inside. And I'm not sure if you can come back here after you do this mission or not, so I just wanted to point it out just in case you can't come back. If you want the Art of the Sword 4, As Quiet as a Cat 4, like 6 lore books and the sketch for the Knight's Axe and Dueling Longsword, you'll need to first progress your main story until you are in the Kuttenberg region. And then progress the main story until you're on this specific quest called the Italian Job. And that will give you access to this area, which is a quest-only area. So you can't come back. So make sure that when you're on this quest, you loot these items, because they are exclusive to here. Well, a couple of them are. So once you were playing as Godwin, and then the game gives you access to playing as Henry again, head out into the main courtyard and go to the corner on the east side. Over here. And then we're going to go up this staircase, and I'll show on the map which side I'm on. Right here. Keep going up as high as you can. And right here you'll find the Art of the Sword 4. There's some spectacles here if you need them. Over here you'll find 4 lore books here, and there's 2 more over on the other table. Or shelf. Here is As Quiet as a Cat 4. Another lore book. A couple letters that you can read if you want. There's a lore book here you can read, and then some more inside of here. Actually, never mind. I think that's everything. Besides this. And if you want the Knight's Axe and Dueling Longsword, head on back down. Oh, I didn't go down far enough. And then we're going to go out to one of these buildings. I think it's this one with the 2 doors right next to it. Wait for this guy to pass because we're not technically allowed to go in here. Go over here. And it seems like most of these openables have the Knight's Axe sketch in it. So, like all of them. Minter's tools. Interesting. I actually have the key for this. As you can see, there's more Knight's Axe. And if you keep looking around in chests inside of these Italian court buildings, one of them has the Dueling Longsword. It's this one in the corner. Back here. And that's pretty much everything you can find in this quest-only area. You can get 2 skill books, 2 recipes for alchemy, and a badge by heading over to Kutenberg. And if you don't have this region unlocked yet, just continue your main story and that'll unlock it. And then you need to head down over to the bottom right-hand side of the big main city. And we're going to the gunmaker. And we're going to have to purchase these items. Unfortunately, you can't loot them. But you can steal them from them as well as an option. But I'm just going to go ahead and purchase. Come back here. If you want to steal from this guy, I believe it's that chest right there. Just try to wait till they go to bed or something.
Was möchtest du? Schön.
And the stuff we came for is the book here. Can't get it anywhere else, this one. And you could have got lead shot gunpowder in Act 1 from a quest, but if you didn't get it there, you can get it here now. Go ahead and pick this up if you don't have it.
I'd like to do something.
I'm going to go ahead and haggle real quick.
Alright,
now we go ahead and go pick up the other stuff from the other vendor. Just nearby here.
Nice and slow.
Just going over there to that green sign.
Whoa!
Someone's been pampering this horse.
Head in here, we're looking for the innkeeper. Or a maid. Maids work as well. Go ahead and trade.
Show me your work.
And then go down to here. That's As Quiet as a Cat 2. And then the Gold Warlord's badge is right here if you want to pick that up. And then of course you can get these 2 dice if you need them. You can get the Aim and Fire 3 skill book and the Aim and Fire 4 skill book for marksmanship. over here in the actual city of Kuttenberg. If you don't know how to reach the Kuttenberg region, just progress your main story, and that'll bring you to here. And then you can just go all the way over to the big city. And on the right-hand side of it, there's a fast travel point right here. We need to go to this building for the level 4 skill book, and this one for the level 3. And I think you should probably make it nighttime so people go to bed so you can sneak in, because you will have to steal it out of a chest. This is the first building we need to go to. Can hear somebody in there. Go upstairs. You can get an elm longbow along with the level 4 skill book and 325 groschen. And then if we can go outside, we can get the level 3 one in the back area, but sometimes there's people there. Okay, there's no one here. That's good. Head back here. And the level 3 skill book is right here, but you can't reach it from here. And the jump is really hard. I don't think I could even do it. Basically, you need to jump over to that beam and then grab it. But I literally sat here for like 15 minutes and I could not get the jump. And I really need to film some other spots, so I'll let you guys try to do this. Almost got it that time. But it's really slippery. Sometimes I landed on top of there once and then fell off when I moved, so good luck with that one. But there's some other spots you can get the level 3 skill book other than this. You can get the Basics of Gardening skill book by heading over to Kuttenberg. And if you don't know how to reach this area, just progress your main story, and that will unlock the Kuttenberg region for you. And then you can head over to the main city and fast travel to the center of it if you have that point, because that's where I'm headed from. And then we're going just right over to here, to the Garden of Eden, and then that's where we'll loot it. And I recommend making it nighttime, because I think it's trespassing to enter. And I think this will be locked. Yeah, that's not a way you can enter, so we're going to have to get in the other side over here. Go ahead and lockpick. And then we're going to a bench. So look for a bench somewhere.
Like the Garden of Eden.
There it is. And there's a skill book, Basics of Gardening. And that's for survival. You can get Marathon 3 skill book as well as a golden cup, a golden chalice, and some other stuff by heading to the underground area of Kuttenberg. And if you don't know how to reach Kuttenberg, just progress your main story and that'll bring you to this region. And then once you have the region unlocked, you can head to the main city and go right to the middle. And we're going to the tailor right here. So head to this tailor, not this one, but this one. And I'm going to go ahead and make it nighttime. because we need to steal for some money. This is optional, by the way. You don't have to steal this money, but I'm going to. And go ahead and start breaking in. And to get into the underground area for the stuff, you'd go downstairs that way. But I'm going to go upstairs real quick and get about 600 groschen. Go ahead and open the first door you see at the top of the stairs. The chest with the groschen is right here. You can get the key from the guy that's sleeping. The tailor. There's also a nice plate armor right here if you need that. And a hood. Some other stuff. And then that 600 groschen. And now we can go downstairs and head down into the underground. He also has some other nice tailoring stuff and chests inside that room and over there and stuff, but that's not the focus of this video. Head this way, open this door. Go right. Once you get to the spot with the ladders, go up the ladder. And this will get you to the smuggler's storehouse. And this is where we'll get the marathon book. Go ahead and open this locked chest right here. And there's the Marathon 3 skill book. 148 more groschen to add to our 600. Some other miscellaneous items. This chest has some not too great stuff in it, but I guess I'll show you what's in there real quick. Some boots, some schnapps, 12 groschen, and some potions, and a couple miscellaneous items. You can get a shield, a bunch of charcoal, a bunch of cooking ingredients like carrots and nutmeg and mead and stuff like that. And there's an ornate hunting crossbow there. Right here you'll get the golden chalice worth 580, golden cup worth 770. And there's some other stuff you can sell too here, but I'm not going to pick that up. Stinking perfume if you want to prank somebody. And then there's this armor right here. And several weapons if you haven't found any of these yet. And that's most of the loot here. There are 3 skill books I was unable to find out in the world at all, but did find them here in Kuttenberg. Progress your main story to where you have Kuttenberg region unlocked, and then head to the main city, and you can travel to this area right here next to this stuff. And we need to go to the Scribe on this side, not this one, but this one. And then go around this way and talk to this guy.
What will it be? I'll have a...
And he will sell you Marathon 2, Product of Skilled Hands 2, and Spearman Training 2. And again, I've never seen these anywhere else but here.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
To get the Teachings of Peter Waldo skill book, this is for scholarship, head over to Kuttenberg. Just continue your main story if you don't have Kuttenberg unlocked yet, and that'll bring you here. And then you need to go to the northern side of the city. I'm at the fast travel point right now. And then we're headed over to this building, the secret prayer room right there. So just head down over that way. Here's the place. Just go around the corner here. go up the ladder. And I'll show again real quickly on the map exactly where I'm at, just right here. And then drop down right here and you'll
Looks
find
like
the
someone
book
comes here to
sitting
pray.
right here.
It reminds me of the Valdensians.
You can get Master Studies 2, Marathon 4, a couple of dice, and a gold doppelganger badge, and a couple hundred groschen. Over here in Kuttenberg, if you don't have Kuttenberg yet, just continue your main story, and that'll unlock it for you. And then head to the north of the big main city. And I came from this fast travel point right here, and then just walked around like so. And then from here, I'll show you where you need to be. Make sure you're at the place with this sign. And then go ahead and make it nighttime, because we need to steal something. Alright, now it is nighttime.
What kind of harm it was?
So go through here. And we need to go up into this room. Make sure nobody sees you. There's still people up. That guy there.
What's that?
Hopefully she doesn't notice. There's Master Studies.
What are you doing here? Get out! Why are you holding a weapon? What do you want?
For educational purposes, I'm going to have to take her out. Go ahead and loot Master Studies 2. And then you can steal from this guy to get his key. At least I thought you could. Maybe not. Anyway, loot this chest. And that's where you'll get your groschen, the 200 groschen, a couple of dice that I mentioned, and the gold doppelganger badge. And to get Marathon 4, head back outside. And you're going to find this spot right here, just from where that sign was. It's back in the corner. Open this. Climb up this ladder. Jump over that. And we need to get down there. And the easiest way to do that would be to go to this side and jump on the hay. And then you'll find Marathon 4 sitting right here. You can get towards the Flexibility of the Body 3, the Agility skill book, over here in Kuttenberg. And if you don't have this place unlocked yet, just continue your main story and then travel over here. And then from this fast travel point, the first gate, we are going over to this building. That door specifically. And we're going to go ahead and make it nighttime. And my character's tired, so I need to drink real quick.
When's the last time I ate something?
You shouldn't be out here alone like this.
Here we are. Big wooden door. I think I just heard somebody in there, so I'm going to wait 1 more hour so they go to bed. And we're going straight to the backyard. Up this ladder. Go ahead and open this. And this is where you'll find it. You can get punches, kicks, and a few slaps 4 by heading over to Kuttenberg. If you don't have Kuttenberg yet, just continue your main story and that will unlock the region. Then go to the big main city all the way to the north. And right here is going to be a place where there's like a graveyard and a church. And this guy right here is a grave digger. And he has the skill book on him. So I'm going to go ahead and rob him real quick. You can see it right here. It's the first one. There it is. In the end, there was about 5 skill books that I never was able to find the locations for, whether online or offline. And I'll go ahead and tell you which ones those are. It's the Art of Demosthenes IV, which is speech. The Skull Crushers 3 and 4, I think that's heavy maces, or heavy weapons rather. And I'm not even sure if they have locations, so let me know if you find these ones. The Strength of the Knight 3 I never found, and then the other one was Punches, Kicks, and a Few Slaps 2. And that brings me to the end of the video. If you liked it, leave it a like, consider subscribing for more guides just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.